minimum time. Okay, that we have gone through. Then, hello everybody, those who are remaining, please write down your roll number in chat box. Okay. How the project duration is reduced and how it is related to cost and how the cost of the project is getting increased. That we have gone through an example. As you are not replying, go for further point. Okay. Further point is allocating the resources. What is meant by allocation of resources? Okay. So when crashing can be possible, when the reduction in the days, reduction in the weeks, when it is possible if you allocate the proper resources. That means whatever your equipments are there, whatever your resources are there, these resources should not be ideal. They should be always in the working condition. And at the appropriate time, they should reach that particular location, position, okay, or at that work, so that that work cannot be stopped because of the lack of the resources. One thing can be allocated for many projects. Suppose as a civil engineer, if you are having handling 3-4 sites at a time, and for that 3-4 site, it is not required to purchase 3-4 JCBs. Is it right? Only one JCB can be sufficient. So that JCB should work in such a way that whenever it is required for project 1, it is available for project 1. When it is required for project 2, it is available for project 2. That means if at project 1 certain work is there, and that work should, if it is required to complete within 3 days, then with the help of that machine or what is the manpower, that work should be completed within that 3 days only. After 3 days, it can be shipped to the next particular project 2 or project 3. Suppose it is required for 4 days for at that location. Okay, no problem. It should be remaining working. That means then further next 2 days it is required for third project. No problem. Again it is required for project 1 after 10 days. So within that 10 days it should complete the work of project 2 and 3. And it is again available for project 1 after 10 days once initially completed his task. Like that means that whatever that equipment is there, we have taken that example of the JCB as a example equipment. Similarly, it is true in case of manpower. Okay, it is true in case of manpower. If you are having 20 workers with you, and for project 1 only 10 workers are sufficient, then whether for that remaining 10 workers you are giving the salary without work? No. So for that, what are the remaining 10 workers are there, they should also require some work. Okay, and to whom what work is given, that to whom what type of work is allocated, that is in your hand as an in charge. So you have to take utmost care about allocation of the equipments, allocation of the human resource at required positions, and that comes under this allocating the resources. The resources doesn't mean only equipment, machineries, etc. Manpower is also one of the resources. So for what project, how many workers should be required? Is it right? Certain times we found that in a day-to-day life, we found that certain work is going on, 10-15 workers are working on that particular project, and suddenly 25-30 workers are working on that project. Why? Because there may be chances that because of that 10 workers, that project may be running delay, with the time schedule. Is it right? Or sometimes that project may be required to work within less time. Whatever the remaining task is there, that should be required to complete within less time. Already we have gone through this project allocations. Project crashing. At that time also I told you, if 10 workers are working, and for that 10 workers per day, if I am giving 300 rupees, then my daily wages are, that indirect cost is 3000 rupees, labor charge, etc. But instead of that 10 workers, if I put there 20 workers, then for daily charges is increased by 3000 to 6000 rupees. Is it right? And that cost is increased. Why that cost is increased? Because I have allocated more person, more manpower resources to that particular task or that particular work. Is it right? So that we have to take care. That is nothing but the allocating the resources. Sometimes it happens your JCB is ideal for 15 days, and in last 15 days from every side there is a calling. We need JCB, we need JCB, we need. So such situation should not arise. So if you are having 30 days in your hand, that suppose 30 days, then you should utilize, you should carry out the work with the help of GCP in a such a way that equal time 10 days for each project that GCP should remain present, and for that particular project that GCP should not remain idle. He will always do the work. Every day new tasks will be there. Every day new work should be there for that GCP. So that comes under this allocating the resources to the project, and that we are going to learn. Based on this, again mathematical part is also there. We will go through that mathematical part. Whatever you can understand, you can please give your concentration. Or when we resume in the classes, that time also we will go for once again to discuss all topics. Okay, this is the related to this particular allocating the resources side. Okay, so what is there in this allocating the resources, that step by step we will go. It also includes machine and manpower. So this is the definition. What is the definition? Definition is that resource allocation is the process of assigning and scheduling available resource in the most effective and economical manner. So here two words are very important, that effective and economical manner. Okay, what is that effective and economical manner? Effective means that should be not remain idle. It should be used effectively and economical. So that economical means everyone has started their mic. Please mute. It may create problem. Okay. Most effective and economical manner. Effective means that what are the equipment, that resources there, that should not be remain idle, and it should generate the revenue, and what are the maintenance and other expenditures are there, that should be balanced and it should give the create some profit. That is the economical manner. Project will always need resources, and resources are scarce. These projects need resources, different resources, and these resources are not at one location. These are scared ones. These are available at different points, different ways. Okay, we have to bring that everything together. The task therefore lies with the project manager to determine the proper timing of those resources within the project schedule. This is the very important point, proper timing of those resources. Okay, so proper timing at the required time, everything should be ready. The part should be ready at that particular project location or that particular project point, and whatever that task is there, whatever that particular point is there, it should be available for that project schedule time. If that project schedule requires 3 days, this particular resources, then that resources should be available for 3 days for that project only. It should not be like that resources are available for only one day and next 2 days again remain pending, or that 2 days work is remain pending, and due to that 2 days work, your whole project is lagging. It should not be like that. Okay, so that project schedule, that's why when we are making the schedule, we have to check back, we have to look back, and we have to check whether all the resources are available in this time or not. If the whatever the available resources are there, if already it is fixed one, if they are associated with one of the other tasks, then according to that schedule, according to that timing, you have to prepare the schedule of your project. It should not like that we have prepared the schedule, and at that particular time the resources or machines or equipments are not available. It should not be like that. Okay. Mainly resource allocations concern how we allocate specific limited resources to specific activity or projects. When there are competing demands for the same limited resources. That is what we have discussed here. That is also written here. What are the limited resources is there? If that limited resources is having more demand, then how you allocate that particular resources, and you can fulfill the maximum demand. I'm using word here maximum demand, but sometimes one or two side demand may remain as it is, or we cannot fulfill it. That's why I use the word here maximum demand. I have not used the word 100% demand should be fulfilled. Okay, so this particular resource allocation is one of the important topic of project. Okay, this is a little bit definition part and the related things. In order to manage resources in such a way as to optimize the use of limited supply, trade-off must be made. Already trade-off we have made. That 13 days project is reduced for 11 weeks, 13 weeks, and cost is also reduced. So that trade-off we should make, and we have to find out the minimum particular scheduling, minimum that working days of that particular project, etc. At the same time, we have to take into consideration about related upon supply, limited supply. Okay, so when we are thinking about these two ways, there are always two constraints. One is time constraint and one is resource constraint. Yes, right. So time constraint already we have gone through that time and cost constraint. Time is not available, resource is not available, person is not available. Is it right? For this activity, 10 weeks is required, but 8 weeks are available, 10 weeks are not available. So that comes under that time constraint. Any changed things, because time is always changing, time is not constant. Before half an hour, what is we are discussing, that time is not in our hand right now. What is we are discussing right now, after 5 minutes it becomes a past, and we cannot go in the past. If I want to go and change my initial point of resource allocation, it is not happening right now. Already, whatever script is there, it is written at that particular time. Is it? So that particular time constraint is one of the important tasks. The resource constraint. Resource constraint, this is available at this location at this moment. And further, whatever you further things are required, the resources are required. This may be available at little higher cost, or that may be available at different location, and sometimes is required to uh, transfer it from that particular location to this location, or whatever the resources you are required that is not available. Nowadays there is a problem of lockdown and what you can say that district transfer and transportation system is not working properly. Everything is stopped, and in such a case, resources having limitation and constraint. Many more time we read the news lines, headlines in the newspaper regarding sand mafias and other things. वाळू माफिया, sand mafia, वाळू चोरी झाली, तिथं जाणून सापडणार लागली ती केलं. So that is also constraint where you should collect the sand related to that construction part or other. This comes under the constraint part. Okay, time constraint and resource constraint, these two constraints are difficult to handle. Time constraint, because once time is passed, it is not in our hand to go back and change the past. Okay, so we have to take utmost care that we should utilize each and every second of our life for something. Similar way in project, each and every second of that particular duration should be used to, for doing something, that is for improvement in the project. It should not like that project is of 2 month duration, 60 days. Today you have started that particular project, coconut is नारळ वगैरे फोडलाय, आज प्रोजेक्ट चालू केलाय, पहिला दिवस आहे आणि आफ्टर 60 days zero improvement is there. No work has been completed within that 60 days. Yes. And we are talking about project development, and whatever that 60 days are there, that is wasted as just by looking to other things. Once that 60 days are wasted, it should not come back. Okay, so time constraint. So your project is delayed by 2 months. Like this thing may be there. This is the time constraint. Then expediting the project. So sometimes we have to go for how this particular resource and things are done. Again, we have to go for the standard practice of CPM per ton, as it gives the longest part, total duration, and other supportive environment for the project. Okay, traditional CPM per the rules of standard practice apply, and the normal task duration estimate is made. So normal or standard practice consists of resource usage. Then second estimate referred to as price duration is made based on the resource required. Already we have gone through these 2 points. That's why step by step we are going forward. All of you are knowing critical path, all of you are knowing how to calculate normal duration, based on that normal duration, how to clear the project network, and further the second estimate to referring the cost duration. So for how many days this project will run, how many works will be doing, how many resources are required for that duration. So that we have to handle. Next point, time and cost are interrelated. So during crashing, already we have gone through this particular point. Time and cost are interrelated. As cost increases, time increases. As cost is as within the 2 seconds, if your work is over, according to that 2 seconds or the time you are spending on a particular project, according to that the cost of the project is going to be increased. Is it right? So that is the important part. That is time and cost are interrelated. We cannot say that I can work for 10 days and I should not require one cup of tea in one house. Okay, one day or for one house and etc. That is the thing. The faster an activity is completed, it the more it costs. Already we have discussed this particular part, crashing cost, etc. If we go for completing the activities in the faster manner, it always consumes more cost. And slower the activity also consumes the cost. So, famous example I have given you last time, dam construction. प्रत्येक वर्षी सरकारचं बजेट बदलतं. 5 वर्षापूर्वी 400 कोटी असते, 5 वर्षानंतर 700 कोटी होते, अजून 10 वर्षानंतर 1000 कोटी होते. So that cost is changed due to time, due to duration. As duration is increased, time is increased, cost is increased. As duration is reduced, also cost is increased. Because to complete that project within less duration, you have to utilize maximum resources. All resources should be required to concentrate on that particular project, that particular working area, that particular activity. And where all resources are coming together, the cost of resources is different. Is it right? And the different cost may affect the activity time. Change the schedule and you change the budget. That is what we are discussing. Change the schedule and change the budget. 5 years plan, 10 years plan, 20 years plan. Change the budget accordingly. Then value of the money, value of the project, value of the raw material, labor charge, everything is going to be changed. I think you are knowing very well. Before before 10 years or 20 years, whatever the labor charges are there, these labor charges are 100 rupees per day or 75 rupees per day. Nowadays it becomes 300 rupees per day, 400 rupees per day. So what is the project cost and project schedule of 20 years back? That is today it may not work. According to today's valuation, today's expenditure, the budget of today's project will be changed. Thus, many activities can be speeded up by spending more money to execute the task. So certain activities are lagging, but at certain activities we can increase our speed, and that speed can be increased by not by regular way. It can be by spending more money. That is the one of the important point. If you spend more money, then your activity can be speed up, but at the same time, the cost of the project is going to be increased. So here, here, whatever these particular things are there, all things are related to cost. All the resources are related to cost. So whatever the resource allocation is there, it is also related to cost. If you want to keep the cost in proper way, proper point, okay, then then we have to go for proper allocation. Is it right? So this is the one of the part we are discussing. Then already we have gone through this. What is the crushing and crunching to speed up or to project duration is reduced, the work is speed up. Of course, the resources to do this must be available. Yes, it will reduce the project duration. Then for that reduced time period, we must have we must require proper resources, and these might be available. Then and then we can go for crushing. Crunching the project changes schedule for all the activities. So that is we are doing. We are crunching all the activities. Normal days in normal time, if 4 weeks are required for that activity, we are crunching that activity in 2 weeks and other things. So that is obviously there. But at the same time, at the crunching, the cost other hand is going on increasing. Indirect cost goes on increasing, labor charges and testing charges, fresh cost. Everything is goes on increasing. This will have an attempt on schedule for all the subcontractors. If you are starting with your project, if you are that simple example, famous is your example about is that house building. If you started a house building project, and if you subcontracted the part, subcontracted the part means foundation work should be done by this particular X person, for wall or other construction should be done by B person or C person or Z person, X Y person, and slab work etc. may be completed by Z person. And if you start calling to that Z person and asking him when your slab will be completed, speed up the activity, that will be having the effect on X and Y. Because X is looking at foundation worker, Y is looking at the column and beam worker, and sidewall construction worker. And suppose Z is working towards that slab worker. If you want to increase the activity of Z, that Z activity should be completed in minimum time, that slabbing work should be completed in minimum time. For that particular slabbing, initial foundation and that column and beam work is required to come. And because of that slab work, this side rollers or sideway work and main work, we can integrate. Okay, so foundation work, the main work, that particular work can be required to make go further. Then whatever the side wall work is there, it should be required to speed up so that your slab can be uh, made out, that the task can be completed within less time. So that will be the point we are discussing here. This will have an impact on schedule of other subcontractors. So Z work, if you want to complete early, then you can make the pressure on Y contractor and X contractor complete their task early. Otherwise, Z contractor cannot be completed that task. Okay, that is obviously that is there. Crunching of the project often introduce unanticipated problem. Unanticipated problem means we never thought situation or such problems are called anticipated problems. Certain problems may arise at 11th hour in front of us, and whatever our other tasks are there, whatever other efforts are there, these other efforts, other tasks are get stopped, and